All right, so we got, if you want your life to change, then things in your life have to change. I like that. You can end up becoming unsuccessful for legitimate excuses. Don't let that one go over your head, y'all. Don't let people take you down with them. He said, don't drown trying to save others. That was really good, right? So you might have the best of intentions, and that person might have amazing intentions as well for you, right? But if you ever seen somebody drowning in the water, right? If they're flailing around, they can't control themselves. I used to do junior lifeguard when I was a lot younger. I was gonna go for the full thing, but I was like, that's too much. But at that point, that there's a thing like you really are not supposed to save that person, or like you're supposed to, of course, do everything you can. But there's a certain point where you gotta let that person go when they just keep fighting, keep flailing around. Right? When they keep fighting, they keep flailing around. You give them the life raft. They throw the life raft to the side. I'm not going to reach myself in that situation, because what will happen is now we can both end up dying, right? The best thing I can do at that point, if I really want to save you, is knock you out, right? Knock you out, and we got to go ahead and drag you to the top. But over here, what are we not doing? I'm not dragging somebody to the top. I'm not dragging anybody where they need to be, but we're going to go with you, right? We have the life raft. We have everything we need to help get you to that next level. Right? What else? You can end up killing yourself trying to save someone else. You have to keep going and stay consistent. Attract the people that you want to attract. Till the ground for 2 days. Right? You can't till the ground for 2 days and then scatter some seeds. You got to be consistent. And that's that last quote that Yolanda just put in there. Investing is compounding the same way business is staying consistent. Right? And investing is called compound interest, and business is called consistency. Ladies and gentlemen, we can't skip the process in any part about what we're doing. And, we talked about this on Monday, but you have to, number one, decide what it is you want, when you want it, how fast you want to get there, and if you're willing to actually go through the process, right? We talked about that on Monday. It's very fitting that Justin Owens redropped that process mixtape right after that. And he's talking about really the same thing, right? So once you know what you want, once you know what you're going for, understand that every educator on this platform, there's a process on how to go through their information. I was having a conversation earlier. I love doing my research. I love looking around. I love being educated just overall in the space, right? We're doing networking. I love being educated about that. We're trading. I love being educated about that, right? But at the same time, using that in order to be able to better what it is that I'm doing, not just being educated to have a bunch of information, but to have useful and knowledgeable information, right? And the reality is, when you're thinking about trading, most people don't realize if you take yourself to any course out there, if you take yourself to any platform, a lot of them, right? And I'm not saying they don't work, they work, right? There are people getting real results, or just people really changing their life the same way they are with this platform. But the difference is these people are paying $2,000, $5,000, some even 15, 25 plus $1,000 for, let's say, 3 months, for 6 months of information. Now, what I want you all to realize is that, like we always talk about, that's not a lot of money, right? That's the number one thing. That's not a lot of money. You might not be able to afford it right now, but it's also not a lot of money. But then we have to take a look at what those people are offering. Why are people going and spending that money? Because they know the return of their value. And I got to ask you this question. Do you know the return of value that you're going to get for what it is that you spend here, right? If you start treating what it is that you do here the same way as if you spent 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, right? Whatever amount of money for this education, imagine how much more successful you would be. And when I say more successful, I'm not saying you're going to make $100,000 tomorrow. You're going to make it in 20 days, 30 days. No, because a lot of those programs, they don't even let you trade live for the first 3-4 months. Y'all understand that? They don't even let you trade live for the first 3 or 4 months. Now, you, of course, have your own opportunity here. You can choose what it is that you want to do. But again, I challenge you to go through the process in the business and in your trade account. I challenge you to, whoever it is that you're following, to follow them 100%, to not skip the steps. Don't go through one video and think that I got it, right? When their boot camp was 8 videos, when their boot camp was 5 videos, when they have the basics of what they want you to do, when maybe that educator gave you some homework or gave you a task or gave you exactly what allowed them to be successful, and you haven't even done that yet, right? So, and then you're looking back and, hey, I'm not having the results it is that I want trading, but you haven't done what the successful trader has already done, right? If you treat this as if you spent the last of what you had, you treat this as if you spent the 5,000, the 10,000. You know why some people come in on their last and still have amazing results? Because the last for them is like spending $10,000 for you, right? The last for them is like spending $10,000 for you. It hurt. It was something that put a dent in their bank account. You got to figure out what's going to put a dent in your life. That's your reasons why. That's the thing that you're going towards, right? When your reason is big enough, you're going to treat this thing and take it super serious, right? Same thing on the business side. If you say, look, I really want to take this serious. I really want to make an extra 600, an extra 1,000, an extra $10,000 a month, whatever that might be. If that is your goal, understand that you have to develop into that person. And one thing Justin said in one of the other audios in the process, he's talking about there's levels to this. And I really love this. I talked about, the game before. This was a while back, guys, when I was talking about like the video game scenarios, right? But one thing he said is when you're playing video games, right? When you're playing video games, what happens if I'm playing a game and I get past level 4 and I die, right? Somebody drop in the chat, if I get past a certain level in a video game and I die, what happens? Somebody let me know in the chat what happens. I've made it through level 1, made it through level 2, 3, 4, and I made it through level 4, but then I die. Right there. Amber said it. It's saved. Yes, you start over, but I'm not starting over at level 1, y'all. I'm not starting over at level 1. I'm starting over at the beginning, or at the end of level 4, because I already beat level 4, right? I already completed that level. So when you're playing mission mode or I don't care what game you're playing, right? Majority of games, if there's different levels, different scenes, you can choose to start over, but typically they're going to bring you to what they call the last checkpoint, right? The last checkpoint in the game. And when you go to the last checkpoint in the game, I don't care how many times you play that last checkpoint, you might get killed every single time, right? You might play it 50 times and get killed. But no matter how many times it happens, guess what? You still start over at that last checkpoint because you've mastered how to get there. And sometimes you got killed, maybe, I don't know what kind of game, again, whatever kind of game it is, but you lost so many times at that level, right? You lost so many times at that level. At this point, even you want to experience it over again, right? Maybe you'll go back to the beginning, but it's not going to take you the same amount of time, right? Crash Bandicoot. It's not going to take you the same amount of time to get from level 1 to level 4 as it did the first time, because the first time you were brand new. The first time you were going through the motions, you were trying to figure it out. But if this is your favorite game, or maybe you've been through that level enough times, look, you can get through those levels like clockwork, right? There's some levels that might give you a couple hiccups, but you might get to a certain point, Crash Bandicoot. You might get to a certain point in Mario. You might get to a certain point in this racing game or whatever it might be, right? And because you've been through it so many times, you know it like the back of your hand. Like, you're not even stressed. You can sit back. You'll fly through those levels until you get to something new because you've done it over and over and over again, right? But that doesn't happen until you master that level, right? For those out there that ever beat a game, like if you go back and play that game or play those levels again, it's super easy. If you want a challenge now, you got to go play different modes. You got to go back. You got to put it on a different difficulty level, right? Now, you're still going to be able to get through, but now you have to have a little bit more precision in your skills, right? Squasia says nobody can touch her in Sonic, right? Look, understand this. It's the same thing in your trade account. It's the same thing in your business. Once you master the discipline, once you master your emotions, once you master how to look at the charts, right? You literally have some of the best educators in the world on this platform that you paid for, right? You pay for individuals, you pay for the boot camps, you pay for the knowledge, you pay for the recordings, right? So go back and understand when the market's moving a certain direction, understand when it's making corrections, understand the different patterns, if that's what you want to do. If your goal is to be a master trader, then understand, study, and become that master trader and go through the process. If your goal is just to make some extra money, utilize the products and services that you have access to, right? Efficiently, have a schedule to be able to make money in a way that's not going to take away or impact your day-to-day life, right? If your goal is to holistically make money with this platform, right? You want to make money from the building side. You want to help other people. You want to put people in position to truly win. You want to be that person that's the leader, right? Leading the people to the promised land. Then understand you got to learn how the platform works. You got to learn the systems, right? And not only do you have to learn the systems, you got to know how to use the systems. You got to be able to articulate that to other individuals, right? You got to be able to put them in position so they can win. It's not about you winning. It's about other people being in a position so that they can win. And once you've effectively done that, once you know how to do a three-way call, once you know how to do an opportunity call, effectively explain the business, right? Effectively navigate people and edify for a three-way. Once you understand how to do that stuff, you'll get to a point where you're never gonna go back, right? If you hit P150 and then you go back to unranked, that's okay. Develop the skills to get back to Platinum 150. So you can never say, I'm not a Platinum 150, right? I was a Platinum 150 for a little while, right? But I never deranked from Platinum 150. I stayed there until I was at the point where I was a Platinum 600, right? And then so on and so forth. So whatever rank you're at right now, it doesn't matter. Just develop the skills to get to the next one. Right? I'm not a Platinum 5000 because I haven't developed the skills to be able to hit or maintain Platinum 5000, right? So once I do that, once I am consistent in that thing, then I'll be able to not only get there, because it would suck. Okay, let me put it this way. Back to the game, right? It would suck. It would absolutely be horrible to get to the next level in the video game or get close to the next level in the video game, and you can't beat that level. Because the same way there's checkpoints in that game, as you go further in the game, understand that some of those checkpoints get further, right? In the beginning, the checkpoints are close. Platinum 150, Platinum 600, Platinum 1000, right? In the beginning, the checkpoints are close. But as you go further in the game, that level might be a little bit longer. So you can get all the way close to the end of this level, but you understand that if I die right here, if I lose right here, if I fall off the map right here, yes, I'm still going back to this previous level that's checkpoint, but because I'm at a higher level, this checkpoint is all the way back here. This checkpoint, I'm still gonna have to go through some things again. I'm still gonna have to learn some things again, right? Going from Platinum 600 to Platinum 1000, the fall back isn't too far. Platinum 2000, Platinum 1000, it's a little further back, but it's not so far, right? Platinum 5000, Platinum 2000, now that's a gap, right? If you haven't developed those skills, right, that's a really big shift in net income. But when we're talking about Platinum 5 to Chairman 10, when we're talking about Chairman 10 and Chairman 25, when you haven't developed those skills, when you're not able to run an effective organization, at that point, imagine going from Chairman 25, Chairman 50, Chairman 100, back to Chairman 10, Chairman 250, back to Chairman 10, right? You've developed enough to be a Chairman 10, but imagine having to go back that far. Now, right, especially if you haven't navigated your life correctly, there's going to be some things that are happening in there that might cause you to fall off track. Same thing in your trade account. Imagine if you have a $10,000, a $50,000, a $100,000 day in the market, right? But you haven't developed the skills to be able to do it again. You haven't developed the discipline that you need to be consistent in your trade account, to withdraw that money. Not only to withdraw the money, in order to properly make it so you're not over leveraging once you get the money, right? Because our goal isn't just to make money. It's to make money and to be able to know how to use that money to make more money. Because if you just make it and then you spend it, you no longer have it. And then you have to do what? You have to make it again, right? So you have to learn that skill. That's why we talk about multiple streams of income. You want to be inside the DCX Academy. You want to be inside the HFX Academy, be inside of all those different things, but master something first, right? Master how you're going to make money while you're sleeping. Master that discipline. Master how you're going to make money in minutes, right? And consistently be doing that. It doesn't matter what you're mastering, but you got to put yourself in a position to really, really, really be laser focused, right? Be laser focused. Because again, once you master a level, understand it. If I master how to be able to read the charts, move the charts, right? On the Forex side, let's say, I'm consistently making an amount of money, whatever that amount of money is, but I'm being consistent. I'm being consistent. That's what matters, the consistency. Once I'm consistently doing that, yes, I might come over and learn HFX. Yes, I might come over and start understanding the DCX side, but understand I've mastered this level over here. I'm not saying I'm a master. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying if I've mastered how to be consistently profitable with this stream, if I've mastered how this moves, I can now start to add on and learn other things. But if I can't even learn how this works, right? Why am I going to everything else, right? So make sure you're utilizing what you have access to, right? Utilize your mentors, utilize these training calls that we have throughout the day, utilize the things that are already recorded for you, the go lives that are recorded. Go back and watch the videos, right? There's literally a treasure chest inside of Go Live, right? Shout out to y'all already know on the HFX side, Mr. Brandon Boyd and Josh Lee, right? I love watching their stuff because they really, really break everything down to a level where anybody can understand, right? Stevenson Lindor, right? On the advanced side, on the Forex side, right? Treasure trove inside of that academy, right? We talk about DCX. What do you have? Oh my goodness, you have Kurt Cobain. You got my guy, what's his name? Crypto Picasso, right? You got Nick Gomez throwing out the XRP trades. It doesn't matter which side you go to. There's somebody that's an expert over there, right? Shout out to Colors, right? Shout out to Colors on the platform. It doesn't matter what you're using. Learn how to use it. Learn how to use it, and then start getting a consistent result, right? And it doesn't have to be in your live account. You can practice what it is you're doing. If the educator didn't call a trade, if you didn't see a good trade, a great setup, don't take the trade, right? Take it in your demo if you really, really want to, but have two demos. Have a demo for play, but have one that you really, really treat, and you can have as many demos as you want, honestly, but have one that you really, really treat like it's your real account. Fund it with an amount of money that's equivalent to what you would put in your real account. If you only have $500 to trade with, don't fund your demo account with $100,000 and then say I'm making money, right? You got lucky. You're over leveraging. Same thing like in the business, right? Same thing in the business. Don't over leverage in the business. Don't try to go talk to 30 people today, and then tomorrow you talk to one person. Then the next day you talk to nobody. No, be consistent, right? Have a number. I'm gonna talk to 5 people. I'm gonna talk to 10 people. Whatever that thing is, right? Have your daily minimums of what you're gonna do to get the result it is that you want. But I can't tell you what that is because I don't know what you want. I don't know what level you're trying to reach. I don't know what your income goals are, right? But that's why you gotta, number one, write that stuff out. Number two, you gotta get on the phone, right, with a mentor, somebody that can hold you accountable, somebody that can put you in position to be able to get to where it is that you want to go. If you're not where you want to be right now, stop trying to do it by yourself. Like at the end of the day, stop trying to do it by yourself. But kind of go back to what Justin was talking about. You might end up having to do it by yourself if you're one of those people that's trying to drown the person that's trying to save you. If you're one of those people that's complaining and throwing back excuses after excuses after excuses, when your mentor already gave you a direction, when the educator already told you what to do, when they said exactly how to get the success it is that you want, and you decide to do the complete opposite, right? At that point, it goes back to what we talked about Sunday. Tell people what to do, and they'll show you what they rather do, which will show you the results that they rather have, right? Don't tell me you want results, and then you don't do what it is that the people with results have said. Don't tell me you want to run fast, and you don't listen to what I told you on how to run fast. Don't tell me you want to lose weight, and then you're not eating the right things. You're not working out consistently. Don't tell me you want to have a 6-7 figure business, but you're not talking to anybody about the business that you have. You're not giving value to the market from what it is that you're learning about the business. You're not showing up to the trainings that are going to help you grow that business. Don't tell me you want to be a 6-7 figure trader, right? But then when the 6-7 figure trader tells you exactly what to do, you do the opposite, right? And again, that goes back to identifying those roadblocks, because we all have things that we got to get over. None of us are perfect. None of us are perfect, right? But again, once you can identify, and I'm actually play this part right here, and then we're going to go. Once you can identify your enemies, then you can actually get over it. It's fitting that we're talking about this, because that's actually one of the tracks right here. Sequoia said, look, I admit I'm guessing this. I've been hard-headed. Look, it happens, right? It does happen. But once you can identify that, now you can start having different results. It's one thing to know. It's another thing to know and then actually change. So we're going to play this part right here. Then we're going to get out of here.
It's a fight. It's a battle. You didn't expect that? If you know the enemy, you can defeat the enemy. So what are some of the enemies that you're going to have as you go towards your goals and dreams? Number one, rejection, being told no. See, a lot of our job is preparing you for what's going to come. You know why boxers, when they get into the ring, they don't cry when they get hit? You don't know why? They've trained for it. Could you imagine a boxer get hit like, okay, that's it, I'm done. Like, bro, you didn't know what you were getting into? It's a fight. It's a battle. People step into entrepreneurship, get a rejection, and run away like, you didn't expect that? People quit on your business. You didn't expect that? People leave the organization. You didn't expect that? So you thought everybody was going to sign up, everybody was going to stay, it was going to be happy-go-lucky. That's what you thought it was going to be? The reality is that's not what happens. So you got to prepare yourself. Number one, rejection, being told no. That's what we did with the gentleman yesterday, right? We prepared him like, you're going to be told no. Guess what? He was told no. And then he laughed about it. Why? Because he was prepared for it. Now, if I would have told him, hey, look, everybody's going to say yes. Now, when somebody tells him no, now what? So you got to start preparing people for what's really going to happen. You got to let them know, look, people are going to tell you no. So that you make it sound too easy. What I'm saying is prepare yourself. Number two, deception. People will lie. I don't know if you all knew this. We see it all the time. I'm all in. Really? All in. I prefer you not to tell me you all in. But you just gotta understand this. We get it. It's people that have been around us. We knew they were lying. And we was like, ooh, but we know you're lying. So see, it doesn't bother me because I know. I'm not surprised. There's gonna be people in your organization, guess what? They're still producing, but you know they're lying. I'm not calling you out on it. I'm not arguing with you about it. Why? Because I understand those are things I'm gonna run across. You just happen to be the number two now. That makes sense? Attrition. People are gonna quit. Just talk about it. These are things that's gonna happen along your journey to becoming successful. With these goals that you just wrote down, these are the kind of enemies you're gonna run across. Number four, people are going to lose their dreams. Apathy. You didn't know that? People are gonna lose their dreams. They're gonna come in motivated. They come to an event like this motivated. Guess what? They leave a couple weeks later. Man, I don't even see it no more, man. Really thinking about it. I was talking to my mom, man, and she was just telling me, like, I have put in a lot. I'm just go back and get a little job or something like that. There's nothing wrong with it. Because this is going to happen. People are going to lose their dreams along the way. What you don't want to do is get caught up on trying to get them to get their dream back.
And that's where we started this thing at, y'all. Look, people will lie. people will quit and people will lose their dreams. And look, I even got to get better at that, y'all. Look, when people lie, when people say they're gonna do something, they don't do it. I'm the first one. Didn't you say you was gonna look? Hey, cool. It's cool. We already know people gonna lie, and then they're gonna lie about themselves lying. Understand that people will lie, then they'll lie about themselves lying, and you're just gonna look like, do you hear yourself? Right? Do you hear yourself? Do you hear yourself? So you got to understand, we know it's going to happen. You already know it's going to happen. Just decide to be one of those people that's not going to lie. Decide to be one of the people that's not going to quit. Decide to be one of the people that's not going to lose their dream, right? You just have to decide to be one of those individuals, and then you're going to start to see the success because you're developing the skills, you're developing everything you need to truly, truly get to that next level. All right. So that's all I got for y'all today. Look, at 2 and 8 o'clock, we're going to be, we still got our blitz going. We're going to be sharing the plan. We're going to be sharing with individuals exactly what it is we do, how we help people get access to the information that can truly change their life, how we can show them, right, access to this amazing skill set, right? The calls that we have, the mentorship that we have, right? Everything that's going on, we're part of something that not everybody does. Not everybody does things like this. Right? Not everybody has mentors that can actually trade. Not everybody has actual access to people that really, really want you to win. It's not only about them, but it's about them and the people that they're helping really getting to the goals it is that they want. So share this information. Let's go ahead and get this thing up. Today is Wednesday. We also got our 6 o'clock IBO training. I'm actually going to be hosting that 6 o'clock Just Run call. So let's go ahead, pack that thing out. Mark your calendars right now. Set an alarm. 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be going a little bit deeper into the business side for those that really want to see how to get and secure a residual income so you don't go back, right? So you don't go back to where it is that you don't want to be, and you can keep going on that upward trend, right? We are in momentum right now. I am so happy and grateful now for each and every single one of you. I'm happy and grateful now for the growth, not only in my business, but the entire organization that's really occurring right now for the new ranks that's being popped. I know we got a couple new P600s about to drop. We even got some P1000, so definitely stay tuned, right? There's people that's working behind the scenes. There's people that's really putting the time in, not only on the charts, but inside of their business, inside of their families, and inside of their communities, getting this to the next level, all right? Portia, yeah, the audio link is, if you have an iPhone, if you just go to your Apple Music and type in Justin Owens, you'll actually see it. Let me actually share this real quick. Yeah, if you go to your Apple Music, you'll actually see it. It's Justin Owens, The Process, remastered. If you don't have an iPhone, if you don't have Apple, then I believe Justin posted it on his Instagram. I don't know the exact link because I have an iPhone. But if you do have Apple, just type Justin Owens' name into Apple Music and you'll see it pop up. All right. So that's all we got for you guys today. This will be uploaded. You can check it out with all of the morning motivations inside of the playlist, inside of the paid members Facebook, paid members Discord chat.